Boom. All right, here we go. It's Real 92.3, man. Bootleg Kevin, DJ Head.
West Coast.
2/3 of the serial killers are here.
Hello.
I mean, a couple of West Coast pillars are here. Our boy Demrick and the legend, X to the Z, Xzibit.
Hey, thank you, man.
The rap John McClane is in the motherfucking building. What's up, man?
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm very good. This is your second serial killers project, right?
No.
Third.
Yeah.
It's the third one.
Yeah. Well, the first two were mixtapes, and this is the first standalone project that we actually put out for sale.
Now, obviously, I know Be Real. I actually met you for the first time because you was on the road with Be Real. There was a really weird Busy Bone Be Real tour that happened like 7 or 8 years. You remember that tour?
That was the first tour I ever was on.
Do you remember that tour, though?
Yes, I do. I
Very
remember
weird.
that tour.
I said very weird.
But I know you're. How did all three of you guys like link up, like, and why link up to do an album? Because obviously, Be Real, and you know.
Well, the whole thing is, I got an opportunity to rap for Be Real early on, and he put me in the studio, and he was working on a solo album called Smoke and Mirrors.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I got a call to go to a studio, and X was at the studio. And at that time, this is how I see it, is they were like, oh, this is Be Real's protege.
You've like toured with both of them too.
Yeah. That's how they was. That's how they was talking about me to people. And X was like, "Yo, are you on that song that's playing on satellite radio?" He's like, "Yo, I fucking love that song."
This is when you were Lil Day or Day still?
Young D, but
Young
I
D,
didn't know
Young
that
D.
D.E. was Day. I had it all the way. I had it all the way fucked up, man. That's some real.
I'm glad you fixed that shit because that shit was confusing.
Let me tell you, man. Honestly,
you had to get your shit together.
I had to get my shit all the way together. You know, I was just trying to just really rap and trying to, you know, I had moved out here. I was just trying to find my way. And I was known for the lyrics.
I still think your name is gonna take one more transition.
Well, let's go. What's it gonna be? You know, shit, we changing it up.
I'm not
Both
saying
trying
that.
it out.
It's gonna be a little bullet wound.
No, it's gonna take one more transition though.
But you know, so I went back and told Be Real that that X liked that song, and you know, the album hadn't came out yet. So he said, "Yo, ask him if he'll get on the record, and we'll put that as the official version on the album." So I go up to kick it at X's crib, and I'm like, "Yo, bro, you live 1 mile away from the studio, right down the street."
Right.
Comes down, kicks it. You know, Be Real and X, they had known each other for a while, so they just started kicking it. Y'all started kicking it. You started coming down. Eventually, you owned a part of the studio, and you was working out of the studio.
Damn.
So we was making music, and you know, at that time, I was hype manning for Be Real. And then X was going on the road, and I remember I texted him like, "Bro, please, you going to Amsterdam and London? Come on, man! I just got my passport. Please let me go. Let me let me rock." And you brought me along for the ride, and it kind of took a life from there. But he was at the studio. We were all there together, and we just made music together.
That's dope, man. So it all happened really naturally. Organically is how it always should be.
A text.
Nothing forced.
And imagine you never shot that text.
Bruh, I was thinking about it too. I was sweating, make sure I said the right thing.
I'm just glad we got new exhibit bars.
Here, babe,
I
read
just
this.
want the opportunity, man. Yeah, babe, check this out.
Is this
Am I
cool?
approaching it right?
I was thinking about it, X. Like, I think that you and Kendrick Lamar have the greatest first 3 albums in West Coast history. I was because I think Game's first 2 I think LAX was good with one of the classic, but I think At the Speed of Life, 40 Days, 40 Nights, Restless. I feel like it's like those 3, and then obviously Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn. But I think on the West Coast, those are like the best 3 albums to start anyone's career ever.
Like to go out with the freshman, sophomore.
Like just straight consistency.
I get it. I appreciate that, man. I think the music that was made when I first came in was basically because, man, I didn't know anything else but to come from the gut. You know, I didn't know song structure. I didn't know how to communicate what I felt into what I was saying at the time, and then the progression of that. I'm glad my audience got to grow with me.
100%.
I'm glad I was able to come out raw with the fucking Speed of Life and then come with 40 Days and 40 Nights, and then Restless.
Restless was so polished.
Yeah, it was polished. Yeah, that's exactly it. It was a big transition in the time and the space, and I was at, and I was on a national, worldwide scale with some of the biggest artists, and continued to be the biggest artist on the planet. And it was crazy.
100%, man. It's crazy. What were because originally you came from LA from New Mexico, correct?
Yes.
And when you got here, did you initially link up with like the Liquid Crew, the barbershop MCs? How did you get involved with Liquid and the Licks and King T and those guys?
The first person King T's actually here.
King T is in the building.
Yeah. Why don't you ask him at King T?
King T, grab a microphone. Tell everybody how Xzibit got down with the Liquid Crew.
How did I get here?
Yo. I don't want to tell that story.
No, tell the story. Tell the story. We got time.
X was just a kid. Just
no. Tell the truth. Tell him about Broadway in 360, and then tell him how
he was
I got
down with
there.
a crew called the Shady Bunch.
Okay.
And they were young cats running around. You know what I'm saying, doing their thing.
It was me and Ollie Rock.
I don't know where he's at now, but
I think never mind.
But
shade. Never mind. It is. No matter what I say, it's shade.
Shade. Right. On the real though, he was just a kid running around ripping everybody on the mic. From with Sway and King Tech and all that, and we just wanted him down with the crew. Swift is the one that really discovered him and wanted him down, and I took him on tour, and here he is. You know what I'm saying?
And now he's here with the biggest rope chain I've ever seen on a human. Look at that chain, man. It's crazy. But it's crazy because you've had so many different eras of your career, man. Like obviously, the Restless run was crazy. The Up in Smoke tour was insane, man. I remember seeing that as a kid. I saved up my money, went to the warehouse and bought my damn tickets. And then you transitioned into Pimp My Ride shit, and then I feel like Strong Arm Steady at one point in time was one of the hardest crews in hip hop, and I wish y'all were still making rap music.
Wait. They wasn't harder than the Alcoholics and the Liquid Crew.
Yeah. Hey man, the man is entitled to his opinion.
No, I'm saying shade. Well,
shade.
I would say that during the time that they were active.
Yes.
During their time. When Strong Arm Steady was active, they were. The Licks, man, listen.
Clean up on aisle 7.
Nah, man, you ain't got to clean that shit up, man.
But no, I know more recently you've been more behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? I know you still work real close with Dre. What have you been up to outside of making rap music?
Ooh, man, well, there's a lot there. Long story short, man, I've just really had to step back from everything in the last 5-10 years, reevaluate what was important to me, and then go from there. I went, and at a time when people thought there was nothing else in the tank, I was able to go back and really do some amazing things. So we started a cannabis company called Brass Knuckles.
Yes.
I was able to go and, erase and eradicate any kind of mistake I have made since the age of 18. And, it feels good to be able to go and bring all of my people that I trust and build all of this thing, that is now transforming into back what I love. With the relaunch of Open Bar Entertainment, and
Did we re-sign Defari?
Yeah, no,
shout out to Defari, man.
Yeah, shout out to Defari. But we had that chapter in our lives, and now I think it's time for the new generation, new blood, new energy to come around.
100%.
That's why I would like working with Demrick. That's why I work with Ben Shelton from Albuquerque.
Okay.
That's why I work with the people that are around, the new producers, the cats that are over at Aftermath right now. It's all new guys, and we want to give them the opportunities that we had.
Hey, speaking of which, you tapped in with the homie AD real early.
Absolutely.
And I've been fucking with AD forever, but it was just dope to see somebody come in and really throw that lob like that, because I felt like
I hear it. When I hear something in one of these cats because I listen to everyone. I don't necessarily chime in and have an opinion, but I was the first person to play AD in Los Angeles on radio, period. I was the first person to play G Perico on LA radio, period. You know what I'm saying? Like open bar radio, I can say that up here, right?
Yeah, it's over now. It's over now. Right?
Yeah. But it started a lot of this shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So open bar radio was kind of like my answer to why LA radio was not playing LA artists. Now it's trendy. Now it's like, oh, we support our own. But that message had to be sent first.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? That shit was not being done. And so now it's like I take pride in being able to find guys and work with guys like Demrick and work with guys like AD and G Perico and, you know what I'm saying? And I just saw YG recently, man. I'm proud of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I told him to his face, I'm proud of these guys. I love what they're doing because they're representing something bigger than themselves. You look at what Kendrick Lamar is doing. You look at what all these guys. I want them to be as big, if not bigger than anything we did. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the natural progression of things.
Right.
You know?
What do you? I always want to ask, like, what is your take on the succession on the West Coast as far as like the next wave of like? Because I feel like they do that very well in the South, where it's like, you know, everything kind of. It's Gucci,
it just kind
right?
of keeps going,
and then you got from Gucci, you get Mike Will, and then like it just goes.
And then Amigos put out a little baby underneath them, and and
we don't have that, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. We don't have a system in place like that.
Well, there is a system in place. It's just not set up for that. You know, as you know, West Coast is run by gang rules,
right? And
it is run by pecking order, neighborhoods. There is a way that is run, and it will never be changed. And so you don't see people passing the torch because that's not how it goes. It's kind of like you stay in your position and play your position. Now, if you have a problem with that, then that's a whole nother thing. Then the system becomes different. So that's why out here in the West Coast, it's kind of like Ice Cube will always forever have his place. There will never be another Ice Cube.
True.
You know, Dr. Dre will always have his place. There will never be a Dr. Dre. You know, everybody out here is kind of like in their position, and then if you want a position like that, you have to create it yourself. You have to get there. You have to earn that respect and keep that respect, and that's how it runs out here. So I don't think there's anybody that. I mean, you look at DJ Mustard and all these guys; they created their place. You know what I'm saying? Nobody gave them anything, and that's the thing. Like out here, you have to create your space, fight in your square. And if you keep your square, you're going to fucking win.
Yeah.
That's how I go. You know, you can complain, you can bitch, you can floss, you can do whatever you want, but you can't buy that respect.
That's a fact.
You can't buy that. You can't buy that, hey, thumbs up. You know, my mama like you. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't go away. You can never take Ice Cube away from Ice Cube. You can never take Snoop Dogg away from Snoop Dogg. You can never take Warren G from Warren G. You can't even take Sugar Free from Sugar Free, nigga.
Fact.
West Coast is, nigga, gang rules, nigga. You got to kill me, and if you kill me, it's going to be a whole bunch of people asking questions.
Fair enough.
It's be more than asking questions. But...
No, I just said that lightly.
You're right.
Man, that's code word for a whole nother mess of problems.
I'm curious your take, because just like from a fan's perspective, like when I hear like new Snoop Dogg albums, or I hear like even like, you know, I loved Kamikaze, but you know, the previous M album, the one that a lot of people gave him shit for, I was not a fan of either. But I feel like, you know, I miss like when everybody would just get in the fucking studio together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why don't I hear Dr. Dre beats on Eminem albums anymore? Like, why isn't there like a Bitch Please 2 type record on like a Snoop Dogg album anymore? Like, why? Like.
But well, simply because there's a simple answer for that, because we did it already.
So it's kind of like move on.
No, it's not move on. It's like we will forever be family, number one. But we did that already. What else can we bring to the table? Because of asking that question, what else can we bring to the table? That's why 50 Cent is here. You know what I'm saying? That's why G-Unit did what it did. That's why, you know, that's why Kendrick Lamar is here. What else can we do? What else can we find? And I think that keeping that kind of mentality going, I learned that from Dre. I would go back way in the back of the day and remember asking him questions in the studio like, why don't you do this again? Why don't you do, some shit I heard on the NWA records? It's like, we did that already.
Facts. That's true.
So let's do something new. Let's find the new cat. Let's hope, okay, we went here. How can we go here? You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy because you were a part of two insane chapters in hip hop history. The Loud Records legacy. You were there from the jump. I know you got Big Pun's, name tatted on you. Rest in peace. And then obviously the entire, renaissance of Snoop and Dre in the late 90s and early 2000s and the Eminem and all that. What can you share about like the early Loud days? Because I feel like, man, Loud Records, like historically, when you go back and look at like, between the Alcoholics, yourself, Big Pun, Wu-Tang, Mobb Deep.
Loud Records. Okay, let me try.
And I hear that Steve's bringing it back possibly.
Okay, good luck with that, Steve.
Good luck with that. Shade.
But those early Loud Records days, man.
No, okay, let me clarify something. I'm not throwing shade at Steve Rifkin.
Okay.
Okay? Me and Steve go back a long fucking way. I can say what the fuck I want to say about Steve Rifkin. That's my guy.
If you family, you can say whatever.
He gave me my first opportunity. I never say anything disrespectful about the man. My guy. We started when he was wearing like really like promotional sneakers and T-shirts, trying to keep the Alcoholics going with flyers and fucking street teams putting up posters all the way to the top of the lamppost. You know what I'm saying? We go back. But Loud Records is where I cut my teeth. Loud Records was very vibrant. It was run by young people, for young people, to young people. And we went out there and we just didn't have any kind of, guidance or any kind of like say so, about the business side of things. But we didn't give a fuck about that because we just wanted some Old English 800, a couple of Phillies Phillies blunts, and fucking and go out there and rip the shows. I made a gas mask that I attached to a bong and made my own. I would go to the Slauson swap meet and make my own green alcoholic sweatshirts, and I made them, and I would just go out. And at the time, I wasn't known to people, but I would side mic the Alcoholics, and then I would start the show by going out there and hitting this fucking stupid ass double barrel bong that I attached to this gas mask and fill it up with smoke and then pull it off, and the crowd would go crazy. Wow. And that's how the show started. I don't know how good that was for my brain function, but it fucking worked for the fucking
awesome
show.
At the time.
It sounded fucking fantastic at the time. But then, I mean, that's how we are throwing ourselves into it. I remember, going and seeing the just to give you the energy of that time. Old Dirty Bastard used to come out and do solo shows in Los Angeles, and it was like the first time he would come to Unity and he would do shows at the House of Blues, and then there would be times when he would just come out on the stage and just like yell something, stop, and then just stand in place for like 20 minutes.
Like on some Nardwuar shit.
Like you don't understand. He was standing there for 20 minutes. You know how long 20 minutes is when you waiting on somebody to do some shit?
That's crazy.
Yeah, and people would stay. People would just stay. And then he would go into like shimmy, shimmy, y'all, and then motherfuckers would be happy. But during that 20 minutes, it was like a roller coaster of emotions the crowd would go through. They would boo, they would yell, they would cheer, they would try to do anything to get him to get going, but he didn't do shit. He was just...
That's crazy.
Like, those are the memories that I have from that time. And that's what made hip-hop fun. Farside had the Farside Manor over there and motherfucking next to East Swift House.
Even like back then, like
it was like a real vibe. You know
I feel like that era of underground West Coast hip hop was amazing, man. Like between like the licks and obviously like, You know, shout out to Dilated Peoples, Jurassic 5, Freestyle Fellowship.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Black Crows.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, even guys like Bus Driver, like just like it was just such a crazy
Dirty Birdie.
it was
all
such a
the
crazy
IE, all
era.
them cats.
I remember like I was like 13 years old coming out here for like album release parties like at Fat Beats, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
This shit is crazy. Like it's like this shit.
Vibrancy.
Yo, for sure. I feel like, you know, obviously music is kind of moved. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like the level of I guess shit like the underground is a little bit more ignorant now, per se. You know, back in the day, it was very.
I don't know, ignorant like how? Like what do you mean ignorant?
I think saying antics.
I think it's more antic driven.
It's more antics and trolling and different.
That's just the social media, though. That's because that exists now, and people will do anything for attention. And people found out that they can get your attention by rapping amazing or rapping horribly and being crazy.
I think our shit was a little more ignorant.
I definitely think.
I think the ignorance comes, and don't take this the wrong way. I know how millennials are in their feelings.
I'm 31.
But I mean, I think that the ignorance is more for attention than it is for anything else. Do you feel? I ask people this. Do you feel like you need antics to go along with the music these days? Do you have to have it? No.
You can just put out dope.
No. But I'm from a different time. You know what I'm saying? Almost like there was no internet, no motherfucking Snapchat and fucking IG,
all that shit,
Instagram memos and shit.
There was MTV News.
Yeah. You had to fight a nigga.
There was Kurt Loder.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you was talking shit, you have to fight.
You
that
read
nigga.
about it in the source, or Kurt Loder would talk about it.
Yeah. No, you're gonna see him.
You're gonna see him at the show.
Yeah, you can't say that shit and then not answer for that.
I feel like it was way more accountability in that era.
Yeah, we will kill you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas would get killed over that shit. It boggles my mind because, not to cut you off, but I mean, I think it's something to be said about where the accountability for people's actions and words come into play in 2018-19, because it's just something weird that I've never seen before. And it's like people get so hyped up and people do all this attention shit trying to be on TV and trying to be on, not even TV, trying to be on these cell phones.
Trying to be on like academics page or somebody. Yeah. That's really
Explorer page and Instagram.
It fucks me up, man.
For real.
Hey,
it fucks me up. You know, your real life is way more valuable than this shit.
That's true.
You know it is, right? If nobody's ever told you that, your real life is way more valuable than your internet persona.
It's better to be tied than to be dead. Yeah. Well, we had Zoe Dowles up here. He said 2019, anybody disrespect you get knocked out. Like, ain't no more back and forth.
You're going to be fighting a lot of niggas.
Right?
Facts.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Niggas get on there and say the most wild shit
ever.
Ever. You're going to be fighting a lot of niggas.
What's the wildest shit somebody ever said to you?
Oh, I don't pay attention to that stuff.
You don't?
I don't even read it.
What about you, Demrick?
I don't even read it. Why?
I tune out all the negatives.
Why?
You know why? Yeah, I don't pay attention.
Why are you gonna read some shit that a motherfucker you the only one gonna get mad? That motherfucker probably is 12 years old.
Yeah.
Don't even know what the fuck he's saying to you. And you over there mad, ready to go. You hiring private investigators to try to fucking hunt down the fucking website that it came from and the actual. Man, get the
you done
fuck
spent
out
the
of
bag
here.
trying to find him.
You're trying to find a 12-year-old. And what you gonna do when you find him?
You can't really do that to a 12-year-old.
Nothing.
You know the bravest people on social media, Instagram, don't have no profile picture and no photos in there.
Man, they suck. Man, they straight private. Man, they typing that shit with so much authority and so much nigga.
All caps.
So how do people like yourselves, y'all being different, obviously, how do y'all exist or learn how to coexist in this climate? Like whatever.
Because my real life on the worst day is way better than anything you can fabricate on the internet. That's what I can go to sleep with.
West Coast.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing.
Different.
Hey, go ahead.
I think. What was the question again?
Like, how do you coexist?
How do you exist in this climate of hip hop?
What I do is
that shit is fake.
Yeah, I just show my life, promote my music, and let my music talk.
I don't even show my life.
Hey, Well, I mean, I show
to
enough of it, but I feel
Yeah.
Consistency,
my fans
quality.
are my fans, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what's cool about 2018. You could create your army of people who fuck with you, like what you like. Yeah, there's the highest level of the game, but it's what are you in it for? What do you want to like? How if you want to go to that level, then you got to go there. But there's successful people, wealthy with money, putting a good message out there. Utilizing the internet, bringing their fans
You've dropped
together.
like 3 albums in the last like 3 months.
Yeah, if I'm not
Stony
on tour,
Point 2.
then I'm
He dropping.
Shout out to Hoppa. Yeah, you've
Stony
been
Point
working.
2, went out to Amsterdam, a place I always wanted to go record, and made an album out there. I made an album called Came a Long Way, which kind of like just shows like where I started to now. And then I got back with my OGs, the first people to take me on tour, first people to show me the ropes, first people that I looked up to even spit a verse for in the studio. It made what I feel like is some of our best work to date. So I love that. For me, that's happiness, and I'm not in a point where I'm struggling. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I want more out of life like everybody else does, but at the end of the day, I feel like my path, I can get there.
Yeah.
And I don't gotta necessarily play the whole entire game. I look up to people like a Tech Nine. I see you always rep for Tech Nine, and I went out to his show and I seen his
that
fans.
guy, man. He does
his
what he's
energy.
supposed to do.
Yeah,
Good
he
guy.
don't jump into no lane. He don't gotta be, and even somebody like completely
his
hold
own
their side,
world.
but even like a Logic, now he's got the big radio songs and
But
everything.
he never compromised his artistic integrity. He's never stopped making the kind of music. Like I know people be like, man, he went pop, but no, he really never changed up.
Yeah, he always was that.
Like he always was
artist.
making the same kind of shit. It's just y'all weren't paying attention.
Yeah, and his fans fuck with
All
him.
them rules is out the fucking window.
Hey,
All that shit's out the window.
I always wanted to know, X. We were talking about like rap beef earlier.
Let's go.
Corrupt sampled your shit on calling out names, which was a shout out.
No,
to
Fred Wreck did.
Okay, Streets is a Mother, one of my
favorite, yeah.
one of the most slept on hip hop albums ever on the West Coast. I wonder, did that ever just like obviously it was sampled? Did that ever cause any like weird energy between you and
No.
DMX? I didn't know. I mean, something I always wondered.
No, man.
None of the weird shit.
No.
And you became a household name through Pimp My Ride, but I feel like some hip hop fans like maybe turn their back on you, like maybe say you sold out or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you think that doing the MTV thing, did it ever affect your music in a negative?
Nah, I don't think about that because I was first.
The music was always first.
No,
he was
I was
first
first.
to innovate
First to
in
do
that
that.
way.
I was first.
Hell yeah.
You were first.
Yeah. So you look at
Now Luda's doing
the
Fear
most
Factor
expensivest shit,
and
and 2 Chainz, and you look at like you said, Ludacris, and you look at all of the motherfucking things all of the car shows that we grandfathered, the Fast and Loud, the fucking you name it, man.
There's Netflix series.
Look, dude, I make no apologies for any of my career choices. None. I was first there. It built a $1 billion franchise. MTV's they came up off that.
And then you
know what I'm
turned that
saying?
into acting.
Yeah, then I turned that into an acting career. So one hand wash the other, man.
Are you still doing acting stuff?
Absolutely.
Randomly, I found that I had the DVD, that terrible movie you and Busta Rhymes did. I forget the name of it, but it's at my house on down. I should have brought it to you. That shit was horrible.
Yeah, it was. But you watched it.
Between that
Yeah, but you
and the
watched it.
Halloween Resurrection movie, I think that was the end of Busta's acting career, man.
But I mean, everybody got to start somewhere, man.
No, for sure.
And
Hey, the game made Belly too.
We definitely have fun with it. Busta Bus is definitely taking that and use it as a stepping stone. So, I mean, we all got shit. Nick, I remember seeing you in your motherfucking Phoenix, Arizona studio. You wasn't here, nigga.
Sure.
So, So, nigga, we all got to start somewhere, nigga.
I'd like to point out, I bought the DVD.
All right. Just to clarify, my nigga. Just to clarify, don't get brand new up in this motherfucking camp. All right.
Is there going to be a new X album coming?
Well, the relaunch of the label is going extremely well. We have different things that are coming after the Serial Killers album, such as Broken Ground, which is a series we created that is really innovative, and I wanted to do something that was like my vision, but other than just putting out an album. So Broken Ground is coming, reintroducing artists, reintroducing music in a special way. And then after that, we got Ben Shelton, like I said, from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay. And then after that, I'll kind of decide whether we're in a fork in the road or whether we have a defined.
Let's do a Restless 2, man.
Yeah, no, ain't no Restless 2. Like I said, we did that already, man.
Hey, there's Marshall Mathers LP2, all kinds of fucking.
I ain't gonna lie though, like some of that like I know a lot of artists don't like performing they classic shit. Are you like that too?
No, I love it. I love it. I actually have an album title for my next record. It's called Kingmaker.
Kingmaker, I like that.
And it's nothing like what it sounds like. It's not what you assume. It has nothing to do with financial. It has nothing to do with royalty. It has nothing to do with feeling superior to other people. I think what the message I'd like to bring out right now is I've been through some horrific shit, and I've survived it, and I was able to come and bring me and my peoples to a place that I never thought I could. So when I say Kingmaker, I mean like this is about like making better people. Making people think better of themselves, making people understand that they have the tools that they need in order to become better and not relive some shit that they've been seeing all their life. This is what king making is about. This is not about somebody talking about somebody's lineage or talking about you're this color or that color. This is about just being solid as a man, because I think the only way I can position myself in a position of power is to empower other people. So that's why I'm coming to that kind of thing. Nobody wants to be preached to. Nobody wants to hear somebody talking about religion and how I can make myself better or scolding or this old nigga talking to me. Yeah. No, this is something more powerful than that, because like I said, man, if I could drag everybody through my last 10 years, I don't think you niggas would be able to survive.
Wow.
So if I can get that information to you in a form of song, then I think it's something worth listening to. Yeah, and something for me worth saying.
That's facts.
Yeah.
All right, so Serial Killers, great trio of MCs. The project's out now. I have to ask just a hip hop nerd question here. The other trio of rappers who I always wanted to see an album from was you, Saphir, and Razcast, the Golden State Warriors, the Golden State Project. I don't know, whatever that ended up happening with the name. How many songs did you guys end up like? I know, like we never got nothing, but like how many records were y'all sitting on back then? Like, and
I still have them.
That's why. Like, was like I have them.
Yeah. I got about. I think I have about 9 to 10 tracks worth of Golden State Project.
So enough to drop.
Wow.
No. Okay, we can't drop them. It have to be all. It have to be agreed upon by all three of us.
That'd be insane.
Yeah.
Still, one of my favorite lines you ever said was on a record with those guys. You said, "Picture yourself crushing Xzibit with your tough talk." That's like Christopher Reeves doing the Crip Walk. That shit had me. I was like, "Oh my god!"
God, why were we so mean to Christopher Reeves? Man?
Hey, he mature now, so he rethinking like, damn, that was cruel.
Yeah, that was touched up.
Like, as a crew,
Superman.
As a crew, we kind of
going in on him.
Going in. God,
man, he was Superman.
Yo, we need that, man. Y'all just need to throw that out there, man.
Well, I still have the records. I mean, like I've talked to Saphir. Saphir has some severe injuries to his spine.
Oh wow! I was wondering. I was telling him about Saphir. I was like, "Should I put head on?"
So shout out to Shock G. Shock G is very concerned. We all are concerned about Saphir. He's been a specialist. He's in a wheelchair as of now. He had a really weird accident where he got into a plane crash and he jumped off the wing of the plane trying to escape and kind of landed, and like his back has been kind of like destroyed from that point. Wow. So he's been wheelchair bound. Razcast, I speak to him. We just started speaking back recently. You know what I'm saying? So
the possibility is not zero.
I mean, look, dude. I'm never gonna say never, but I just want my homeboy to be okay.
That's facts. First,
I don't give a fuck about rapping. I don't give a fuck about what people want to hear or what they think should have happened. Like, my homeboy's in a wheelchair. I want to make sure his health is.
Make sure he's good.
Yeah, I want to make sure he's all right. So that being said, like, that comes second.
Facts.
So let's see how everybody pans out. Family is everything, man.
Of course. What's going on with Feel the Agony?
I don't talk to them guys.
You don't talk to them at all?
No, okay. I don't talk to Crondown. I don't talk to Mitchie Slick. I don't talk to Phil. I hope they're doing all right. Ain't no animosity, but I went to New York for a couple days, and the next thing I knew, they were signed to Talib Kweli.
I do remember that whole ordeal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what happened. I guess have you heard Strong Arm Steady lately?
No, I like the early mixtapes.
Yeah. I know Crondon is acting on the superhero show, right? Yeah. The Black Lightning. Yeah. So kudos to him for that, man.
Nah, that is.
But I don't speak to them guys. Yeah.
What's up with the licks, man?
We just talked to Tash earlier. We was
What's
on
up
FaceTime.
with those guys, man?
Well, we're all good. We're on FaceTime.
I was just listening to Rap Life the other day. I'm like, we need some new licks, man.
Yeah, no. Well, you got to talk to him
King
about
T,
that.
no. King T, come on, man, get the crew back together.
We'll see.
Hey, that's what's up.
He said, "We'll see. We'll see." Yeah, whatever.
Hey,
we did that already.
Hey, man, I'm just geeking out.
We want new cats, man. You know what? In fact, I'm gonna send it out there. Los Angeles, I know y'all listen to this show. Send me your material. Show me that you deserve to be on. We got open bar entertainment going. We can really put you in a place you're supposed to be. Come fuck with your boy.
Who you listening to right now?
Who am I listening to right now, man? I like I like where, like, with the kid we just listening to. What was that kid?
Fat Boy.
No, not him. There was this another kid that was just rapping. I like
YB and Corday.
Corday.
I
fire.
fuck with Corday, man.
Fire.
Corday, man. I listen to that cast like that. I listen to what's his name? Damn, just slipped my mind. But I'm listening to all type of cats, man. And I listen to Chris Rivers. I like Chris Rivers. That motherfucker.
He can rap his ass off.
Burn the fucking mic down.
Yeah,
I said his name twice today. I said his name.
He can rap his ass off.
Yo, like, I listen to cats not because of they are trying to do what we did. Nah, not at all. They doing new versions of what is now.
Facts.
Right. Mm-hmm. And I love people that take time with their craft. And so I give it up to people that do that. I mean, it's a time and place for everything. No, we need party tracks. We need trap tracks. We need
all this shit.
We need all of it.
There's a place for all of it.
But I personally like this. You know what I'm saying?
That raw shit.
That raw shit. Demrick.
For real.
Obviously, you've been working your ass off lately.
He dropped another three projects before this interview's over.
Okay.
And shoot 3 videos.
What's your situation?
Dizzy, that's my brother.
Of course.
He took me on the road. He put me in front of his audience. He really opened up my demographic really wide by doing songs with me and really giving me an opportunity to travel across the country with him. And so we dropped a project called Blaze with us that was real successful. All of the Still Moving Mondays and the ciphers, and then we were up here in January for the 1 week notice.
Yeah, you guys just dropped the whole album. Yeah, you recorded in a week.
Yeah, and
shout out to Dame, man.
It's all love, that's my family. But me, I'm independent. I'm on the grind, so that's why I'm either in the studio or I'm out on the road on tour. I don't have time to really relax, and I'm doing what I love. So my thing is keep the foot on the gas, keep working, and I just watch what I'm building grow.
What else is coming? I know you got like another album coming out next week or something.
No. I just talked to X, and I had told him that after the Serial Killers thing, I have nothing. So I really want to sit down and make the best album of my life,
Damn.
I usually sit down with one producer and just work with them. So that's why you have the collaborations with Scoop DeVille. That's why you have
shout out to Scoop, man.
Yeah, that's why you have the Stony Point and things like that. That came a long way with Austin. And what I want to do is I want to just make a bunch of songs the best tracks possible and really tell my story like it's never been told, because there was a lot of times when I was trying to see if this was gonna work. I was even though I was, you know, I came up, I was hype man, I was songwriting, I was doing stuff for TV and film. I was doing anything because I had nothing. And I was really trying to get some kind of footing into the ground out here. But now that I feel like I have my stable situation, that, you know, it's time to just get in there and not rush something out, but make something great.
West Coast.
Demrick. Go follow this guy.
Yeah.
He can rap his ass off. You gonna rap for us real quick, Demrick?
Yeah.
All right. And plug in his headphones over there, head. Nico, play that. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay, I don't get that good intro anymore.
Yo, man. Demrick Young, Los Angeles. Yo, Bootleg Cam. You know what I'm saying? DJ Head in the building.
West Coast.
Let's go.
Hey.
Demrick, SK.
Yeah. Let me light up a J to be, got me energized. I do this for the little guys that's plotting on the enterprise. I let it shine where you live a lie. Fake niggas improvise. I'm serving this murder, hip-hop genocide. Smack that ass, bend her over, grab her inner thigh. Fuck this game every time, elevated state of mind. Right from a dark place, agony and heartbreak. Feel like I lost faith, guess that's what we all say. I'm puffing strong in the hallway, just trying to understand what it takes to put my hands on 100 grand. Those are dreams you have when you younger. You can't manage a savage's hunger that has a lust for destruction. Fuck it, game it come with instructions, we loving nothing. Roll a puff and aim and bust it, but it ain't the same discussion. It ain't a concussion till you see some blood gushing. People running, cops coming, that's the way you stop the function. Woo!
Hey.
That was Demrick, man.
Hey,
Killer.
hey, you know what Demrick is going because he turned red
He
and
looked
shit.
like
It's a cold game.
let's go.
Got a light-skinned friend, looks like Michael Jackson.
Hey, thanks for coming through, y'all.
Hey, man, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
92.3.
Absolutely.